All right. Do you know that sandy and dirty roads not only reduce the aesthetic value of that road, it also reduces the lifespan of a road. That is, if a road is supposed to last for 10 years, it will last for about 6 years. And do you know that the foreign countries, the developed countries that we have today, that they have similar challenge in the past, but they later solved the problem? Yes, the important thing now is how they solve the problems and how the possible avenues that we can solve our own problem of sandy roads. So let's go into the details of this discussion. Thank you. So, viewers, let's go straight into the matter of the day. And let me just serve this as a reminder that dirty and sandy roads is not only associated with a particular place. Most third world countries, not only in Africa, even in Asia and other places, they have similar challenges. So, this video is going to, tackle the issue of sandy roads and the possible ways that we can have that solution, achieved. And we don't forget to bring in your own contribution. That is, if you have any, aside what I have just said. And I'm expecting some contributions to come in into this discussion. But let me start from the very beginning of this road issue. So there is no need of emphasizing that roads are vital to the economic and social fabrics of any region. They facilitate transportation, trade, communication, and development. However, in many parts of Anambra State and the southeast and Nigeria at large, roads are constantly covered with sand. This not only affects the aesthetics of cities and towns, but also causes road hazards, worsens traffic condition, and reduces the lifespan of a road. Then, interestingly, such sandy road conditions are rare in most developed countries. Roads in the United States, Germany, and the United Kingdom, Japan, and the rest, are usually clean and free of debris, including sand. This disparity raises several important questions. Why are our roads in Anambra and the Southeast so sandy? Have the developed nations ever experienced the same challenge? What can we learn from them? And more importantly, what are the viable solutions to keep our cities clean and sand-free? So this discussion is going to dive deep into these questions, providing a comprehensive examination of the root causes, the historical parallels, and the practical solution for our sandy roads. Then let's start from the very beginning, understanding the sandy road phenomenon in Anambra and Southeast Nigeria. One, we will not rule out geography and soil composition. One of the primary reasons for sandy roads in Anambra and the Southeast is the natural geology of the region. Much of southeastern Nigeria, including Anambra, is composed of loose, lateritic, and sandy soil. These soil types are easily displaced by wind and water, especially during the dry season and periods of heavy rain. So let's continue. Hilly terrains common in places like Oka, Enugu, parts of Abakaliki contribute to soil erosions, where rainwater carries large quantity of sand downhill onto the roads. In the absence of proper retaining structures or vegetation cover, these sands settle on the road surfaces. Well, having said that, Another point is poor urban planning and drainage system. The region suffers from chronic poor urban planning. Many roads are constructed without adequate side drains, culverts, or erosion control features. In some areas, even when gutters are constructed, they are either too shallow, poorly maintained, or filled with wastes, which block water flow and causes water to overflow onto roads carrying sand with it. Additionally, unauthorized construction block natural waterways and alter the course of runoff, making sandy washouts more frequent. The lack of comprehensive urban land use plans exacerbates these issues, allowing buildings to spring up on floodplain and erosion channels. I've said this thing severally, and many people are saying it. You see, all these illegal structures that we allow in our city, projections and the rest, they need to be removed. People should learn to do the correct thing. Aside defacing the whole city, there are dangers to the water channels. Then road construction standard. Some of the roads in the regions are not built to withstand the climate and soil conditions. Lack of professional engineering inputs, substandard materials, and politically motivated rushed roads projects mean many roads lack shoulders, pavement protections, and embankments. This exposes the roads to surface runoff and erosions, especially after heavy rains. Where roads have shoulders made up of exposed laterites, that's the red earth, the sand easily gets washed onto the third surface during rains, creating a recurring problems. Then another thing we'll talk about is deforestation and loss of vegetations. Many people talk about it severally, landscaping, landscaping, landscaping. In a city, you are not supposed to leave red soils anywhere. It's supposed to be either covered with vegetation or covered with cement or paved with any other thing. So the continuous removal of trees and vegetations from construction, farming, or firewood reduces the natural barriers that previously held the soils together. Without vegetation, the topsoil becomes loose and is easily blown by winds or carried by water onto our roads. Then we talk about lack of maintenance culture. Lack of maintenance culture is a major issue, even when drainages and road shoulders exist. Poor maintenance means they are often clogged with refuse, overgrown with weeds, or damaged. Government agencies and local authorities frequently fail to sweep roads, deseal gutters, or clean stormwater channels. As a result, sand and other debris accumulate over time. They accumulate over time. I've said that severally about cleaning our drainages. In fact, I think we have not started yet. Like I used to say, some of these infrastructures, road constructions that the government is doing now, they are being endangered by this problem that we are talking about. Their lifespan will be reduced if nothing is done to keep our environment clean and the gutters in particular. So we talk about climate and seasonal factors. The dry season, that is Hamatan in the southeast, often comes with dusty winds that blow loose soil and sand onto roads. That is that is what people have been saying. You see, there is no way our soil will be different from any other. Yes, there are different types of soil, but If you know the type of soil you have, then you know the kind of thing that you do to follow it up. Yes. This part of world that we have this kind of red loose soils are not supposed to live anywhere open. That is the point. Everywhere should be either vegetation or paved in our cities majorly. Then in the rainy season, torrential downpours wash eroded soil from surrounding areas onto the roads. This cyclical pattern ensures that unless deliberate efforts are made, sand will continuously return on our roads. So, having done with that analysis, let's go into this issue. Was there ever a similar problem in the developed world? That is, as companies like as countries like Germany, US, England, Japan experience such problems. Let's hear what I have to say here. Then historical parallels in Europe and Northern America. Yes, many developed countries face similar challenges in the past. During the early and mid 20th centuries, many European and North American cities had issues with muddy and the sandy roads, especially before the advent of modern urban planning and road construction technologies. Post war Europe had severely damaged infrastructure. Roads in cities like Berlin and London were often filled with debris and sands. In 19th century America, many cities like New York, Chicago, and Boston had unpaved, dusty roads which became muddy during rain and sandy during dry weather. However, as these countries industrialized and embraced modernization, they gradually resolved these problems. You see, that's why I keep saying that these people have made things easier for us. All we need to do is just to copy, and they make amendments where it's suitable because they have gone through these stages and what they experience is well documented, and we can just pick it and dust it and know how to implement it. Then, how they solved it. The developed world overcame the issue of sandy and debris-filled roads through a combination of technological, policy-driven, and community-based approaches. I said they solved the problem through technological, policy-driven policy, like policy on the waste management and community-based approaches. Then urban drainage system. Massive investment were made in underground and surface drainage system. Ụwa na-ekwu etu ọ dịka a na-ekwu etu ọ dịka o nwere ihe anyị na-eme n'obodo a ọ bụ na anyị chọọ ka be anyị dị mma, ndị be anyị bata enwe obi aṅụrị, obodo atọ ọfụ ụtọ dịka ebe ha nọ. Ịma na gọọmenti ga-etinye anya na ịrụzi obodo anyị ọ dị mma. These underground drainages, they are very important, and not leaving drainages open like that, they breed mosquitoes. These are the things that happened centuries ago in the developed world. Then I said urban drainage system, that's massive investment. We are made in underground and surface drainage system. Strict building regulations. Land development was strictly regulated to prevent erosion and runoff waters. Mechanical street cleaning. Why ji agụ egwu ebe a sị gote sweeping machine? Ọ ga na-enye aka. Ndị a na-asọ ọkụ etinye ya na gota etu anụ ọsọ ọkụ na gota. Cities invested in road sweepers and sanitation crew, and we have to invest in environmental cleaning. Environment is not a little challenge. Every city that has clean environment, they are investing in the environment. So we should also have that mindset that the environment needs money. Our cities need money to keep it clean. Then we talk about environmental protection laws. Tree planting and preservation laws help to retain vegetation and reduce erosion. Public awareness campaign. Citizens were educated on proper waste disposal and erosion prevention. Then road engineering innovation, better materials and construction practices made roads more resistant to erosion. Not this one that they will come and bring adulterated laterites to construct our road. After 2, 3 years, the road goes bad. Then we'll talk about why the problem persists in Anambra and Southeast Nigeria. While developed nations resolved their sandy road issues decades ago, the challenge persists in our region due to several enduring factors. Let's take them one by one. Weak institutional capacity, town planning, environmental protections, and the road maintenance agencies are often underfunded or mismanaged. Yes, I said it that environment cleaning, they needs money. It's not just Commissioner for Environment will sit, underfunded and the rest of them. But even at that, the environment people, they still collect, these Aswama people, they still collect levies. So all those levies, what are they used for? That is the thing. So, but let's just proceed. Corruption, contracts for roads and drainage projects are, sometimes awarded without due process, leading to substandard work. Well, we don't need to dwell on that. We know what is obtainable. Lack of political will. Infrastructure is often seen as a tool for political gain rather than long-term development. We are going to add Anambra in the railway. Hey, we are going to do access road to secondary. Hey, politics. Then community indifferences. Many residents litter, block gutters, or encroach on water paths with impunity, worsening erosion. You see, as well as the general public, we are all part of this problem. People will drink pure water sachet, but they will drop it anyhow, cellophane bag anyhow, everything anyhow, because there is no conscious effort to avoid that. So the general public is still part of the problem. Absence of data-driven urban planning. Cities grow spontaneously, not guided by geotechnical studies, erosion mapping, or climate data. So now we talk about solutions. Solutions, how to keep our cities sand-free. This is very, very important. This is the backbone of our discussions. How to keep our cities sand-free. Implement comprehensive urban drainage system. I have been saying this thing that if I have the opportunity to advise the government, I will just map out an area. Let's say we can start from Oka, map out a larger area in Oka and start reconstructing the whole drainage. Underground, sealed underground drainage, replan the drainage system, because that is where the problem is coming from. After that, then they move to another area, reconstruct the drainage system. That's how they will do. And before you know it, they have gone around the whole town and we have this problem solved. A well-planned drainage system is the foundation of any clean road network. Government at state and local level should construct deep covered side drains. Government should construct deep. Sometimes if I see gutters out, nobody will tell me that this gutter is shallow. Like that government house, that boulevard. The gutter is, that road is too wide for such a tiny gutter. That tiny gutter, the gutter is too small for such a wide road. You see, I said it severally. Then construct deep covered side drains along all major and minor roads. We dey hear am, una dey hear am. You can research on these things. This is not rocket science. When are we going to be ready? That's why I keep calling our professor. If the professor cannot do this thing for us, is it the first degree holder that can do it? So let's proceed. Ensure proper gradients and flow direction in all drainage channel. I've been singing this thing like music. It's not just to construct road and put gutter. That gutter, is it functional? Does it have proper gradient? Does water flow in it naturally once water drop inside it? These are the things that you check. Because these people, they need proper supervision. That's one of the problems that we are having. Then integrate stormwater management system in new road projects. Stormwater management system in our roads. Then periodically desilt and clear existing drains before and during the rainy season. Another point is to enforce. Government should make it. That is, government should enforce it. Government should enforce soil stabilization and also enforce landscaping. It shouldn't be a matter of choice. Once you have distorted nature, what I mean by distorting the nature is if you have built on a land, you have distorted the nature. So you must keep that place in good condition so that it will not cause damage. So there must be enforcement on landscaping. Government must make it by force. People must landscape. Okay. Then exposed soils near roads should be covered with grasses, shrubs, or concrete paving to prevent erosion. Contractors and homeowners should be required to install curbs and road shoulders using erosion resistant materials. Then create green buffers around roads, apply hydroseeding or soil stabilizers in erosion prone areas. Then we talk about adopt modern road construction practices. What we are doing is not modern road construction practices. These people have made things easier for us, but we don't want to borrow those technologies. We need to adopt modern road construction practices. Roads must be designed with local soil and climatic conditions in mind. This includes using asphalt or concrete shoulders to prevent sand washing off the road. Then installing proper slope protection, especially in hilly areas, avoiding shortcut or cost cutting during construction. Then state government must empower ministries of works and environment to supervise all road projects according to standard engineering codes. That state government must empower ministries of works and environment to supervise all road projects according to standard engineering codes. Okay, I will not say more than that again. Then establish a routine road cleaning mechanism. People have cried and cried and cried about cleaning our roads, that our roads are too dirty. We need to use machine to sweep. Just as cities like Paris or Tokyo use street sweepers, Southeast states can establish sanitation units responsible for daily or weekly sweeping of major roads, manual clearing of sands and debris, use of vacuum road sweepers or water tankers to wash roads. Let's proceed. Then this can be outsourced to private contractors, supervised by government agencies, and even supported through public-private partnership. This is not the first time I'm saying this thing. I've said it before, that instead of collecting tax from some big government or big establishment, private establishment, they can map out area for them to keep clean. Use that tax money to keep the areas clean. Then community participation and education. Residents need to understand the role they play in keeping roads clean. This requires community-based awareness campaign on the causes and dangers of sandy roads. That is what I am doing now. Of course, I am doing my own part in that direction. So it remains for you to share this video, share it, let it get to people in power, let it get to every government agency that has, that's concerned about what we are discussing, and don't let it be on you alone. Watch and forward to another person. Let them read this, let them study this, and look for their own personal ways to help solve these problems of sandy. And then the traditional rulers and town unions leading campaign for environmental cleanliness. Introducing the environmental sanitation bylaws backed by enforcement. Civic engagement can also be enhanced through school curricula, youth groups, and the religious institutions promoting proper environmental practices. That is, all hands must be on deck, whether religious people, community people, and whichever people, everybody must put hands on deck. Then talking about the legislative and policy reforms, then there should be environmental laws mandating. There's a mandatory landscaping of all new housing developments in the zone. We are talking about all this while people have been saying it on this channel about landscaping. The landscape on place after buildings, then there should be a law for landscaping. If building has been there, landscape, environment, let's go back and do it. Prohibition of sand dumping near roads and blocking of drains. This is part of the things I'm saying all this while people being social, they come and dump sand. Why? Even the government are incomplete. So the government is in the dump sand. Then penalizing contractors who deliver substandard road projects. Who will penalize them? Well, Soludo, I know that Soludo usually has done that. At least I'm sure of when the construction is going on. So that one is special today. Because of substandard job, but to start sanctioning them. Usually, these people don't do this thing on their own. But we have been seeing sanctions and sanctions. So, then additionally, also the state enacts a regional clean city policy, aligning efforts across border to control erosion and maintain clean cities. Then leveraging technology and research. We are not done yet. Leveraging technology and research. Universities and polytechnics and region to conduct erosion
this
risk
camera
mapping,
is not only about
innovate
security,
low-cost soil binding
also
technique,
it will do the work of
develop climate
traffic,
resilient
monitoring the
infrastructure
traffic
tailored to the region,
situation
use of
and
GIS and
accidents. In
satellite
case if
data
there
can
is
help
any hold up,
monitor
of which I
erosion-prone
believe that
areas and
nothing
prioritize
like hold up on this
interventions.
bridge.
Then we talk about
Then
success
accident
stories and
also
case
can be
studies.
monitored with the
Enugu
camera.
State attempts
That is
at
the
road
purpose of hanging
cleaning
the cameras
in
there.
recent years.
And the
Enugu
access
State
road also,
initiated
it has
a
been
pilot
gazetted that it's
project
going to
involving
carry
contracted
the
sanitation
cameras all
workers
through.
to sweep major
This
roads
is very,
daily.
very important,
Though limited in
and
scope,
it's going to
it
encourage people
demonstrated the
who are
effectiveness of
applying this road.
consistent
It's just
road
that this is
maintenance.
it sounds
So
new to
let's
us,
listen again.
but I know that in
Kigali,
developed
Rwanda,
countries, these things
and
are part of
Kigali,
the road
once struggling
furnitures
with poor
of
infrastructure, is now
finished road.
Africa's
Any
cleanest
road that
city.
are being used,
This was
cameras are
achieved
supposed to be
through
there to
strict
monitor
urban
what is
planning,
happening. But it sounds
regular
so
community
advanced
sanitation
to us
days,
because we are not used
enforcement
to
of
it.
environmental
And
laws,
their own is not
and
just
so on.
for security, just like I said,
Then
every other
I'm
thing
not
is
sure if there
inclusive.
is
That
a
camera
plan in
does a whole lot
Onitsha, a
of
kind of
jobs,
Onitsha drainage master
in the
plan.
street, around
I
the
think there is
street.
something like that, but I think it's still under implementation. But we are
Yeah,
yet
so who knows
to
that the
know,
concept
become
of
fully
this
aware
second
of
Niger
it.
bridge over River Niger dated
Then
back to
let me just
1978
make
slash
a kind of
1979.
conclusion. The
That
problem
was
of sandy
when
roads in
Shagari
Anambra State and the Southeast
administration, the
is not
first
unique,
campaign they did
nor is
about
it
this first second Niger
unsurmountable.
bridge.
It is a
Since that
product
time,
of geography, poor
over
urban planning, weak
45 years
governance,
ago,
and environmental
the
neglect.
bridge did not come to
However,
pass
with the right combination
until
of policy,
2023
community
when it was
effort,
commissioned.
engineering
And
solutions,
subsequently,
and
after that
political will, the
1979,
region can transform
they've
its
been using
cities
this
into
second
cleaner,
Niger bridge
safer, and
to
more
do one
livable
political thing
places.
or the other.
Developed nations have
But
tackled similar
well,
problems
thank God
before.
that it has come to
They
pass.
invested in infrastructure,
The Third
enforced
Mainland Bridge,
environmental laws,
Lagos,
and
was
involved their
initiated some
citizens.
time ago,
There is no
and that
reason
one
why we
was
cannot do
finished
the same.
and completed
The sand on our
before we
roads
started
is
talking
more
about
than an
construction of
inconvenience. It is a
second
symbol
Niger
of
Bridge.
development,
Well, that
and
is the situation
efficiency,
that we found
and
ourselves.
lost
So this is the
opportunities.
Obosi interchange. You
But
can
it
see
can also be
this
a
is
rallying
Obosi
point for change,
interchange,
where
and
citizens,
we
government,
are
and
dropping from the
professionals come
interchange
together to clean
to
up our
turn the other
environment
side.
and chart
All
a
right,
new course
imagine
for
these
sustainable
paintings on
urban
a very clean,
growth.
sand-free road.